Hi everyone, this is Stamp with Joy, Joy Nelson, and I am recording this live for you because I will not be able to be here on Saturday as I am going to go visit these two precious sweet girls who are turning 1 and 3 this Friday and Saturday. Yes, the younger one was born the day before her sister's birthday. So I am going to be there and unavailable to do a live. So I'm recording this live for you and I will post it at the appropriate time. Please do make sure to leave me comments because I will come in and reply to your comments. And, we all love getting your comments and knowing what you think of what we make and show to you. So to get started, I am using the Pattern Play suite, and it has the Pattern Play stamp set and the Playful Alphabet dies. And I love that Stampin' Up! Has these outlines here so that you know where to put them back and how they fit, because otherwise I don't know how you would figure out that jumbled mess. So I'm using that. I will also be using the rectangle stitch dies, the largest one in my sample. So let me show you on the in the annual catalog what I'm going to be using. And these are the papers. I love these papers. They have such fun colors. On the one side, there's 12 different patterns on the one side and an additional 12 patterns on the other side. It is on pages 100 and 101, and then it goes over to page 102 in the annual catalog. So again, it's the Playing with Patterns suite. It has the designer series paper, it has ribbons, it even has the mini paper pumpkin boxes are in this suite, and some resin dots in this suite. So this is just a very fun suite. For my sample, I wanted to get a head start on the birthday cards for my little girls, my little granddaughters. So my original sample, I made it for the 1-year-old, and it is a shaker card. So I hope you can see how the little pieces are going back and forth to make this a really fun interactive card for a young one. I am using the Ice Cream Corner sprinkles for the shaker part of my shaker card. And I'm going to be using the colors Coastal Cabana and Calypso Coral. So let's get that out of the way. So my sample that I'm going to be making on camera is going to be for the 3-year-old. Let me bring this one back in so you can see that one. So I have again cut out a piece with the basic white using the largest rectangle stitch die. I love the little stitch detail, and I have marked it with a ruler so that I can line up those alphabet dies exactly where I want them. I used on this piece, I made it darker so that you could really see what I did. And then here is one where I've taped down with washi tape. Use a washi tape or a low tack tape to kind of position your dies and hold them in place before you run them through the cut and emboss machine. And you got the happy. We have a couple of double letters like the P's. We don't have double letters for everything, so that's why I just have the B here. And I will, I will do the happy first and then the birthday. But to save time, I've gone ahead and run that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So you've got these nice little letters already cut out, and I've gone ahead and erased those pencil lines so that we don't have any any wonderful annoying pencil lines showing up. I've cut a piece. I will put the dimensions for both in there, but I've cut a piece about 3 inches wide and about 5 1/4, I think, inches across, so that it will fit behind. So an easy way to make a shaker card is to take one of our clear envelopes. I love that Stampin' have such wonderful products that you can use for anything. So this slides in to the envelope, and then you're going to sprinkle some of these inside this envelope. You may have seen this done by some other demonstrators, but I don't know if you've seen it done with the alphabets or alphabet dies or not. So I'm going to do a generous sprinkling inside there. Flip it over, and there's an adhesive strip. So I'm going to fold that over to match my paper on the one side, and that just sticks right down. And then on the other side, I'm going to fold it down, but I'm going to not fold it quite as tight so that I can have plenty of room for those little pieces to shake and sprinkle around in there. So to hold this part down, I'm bringing in just some regular cello tape and attaching that. Oop, that is a nice, lovely, loud sound. So that stays like that. And my pieces are moving, so that's good. Now I'm going to, I'm going to attach that with some Stampin' Seal Plus, because I want to make sure that it sticks really good. So I'm going to put a strip all the way across on the middle. And then I don't think I need a piece on either side. Nope, don't really need a strip there. So I'm just going to put a strip in the middle there. And then I'm going to bring in the foam adhesive strips and a pair of a pair of snips. So the strips are great because then you can just do a whole strip along the edge and cut that off to fit. Use this piece on the other side. And cut that off as well to fit. Line that right across. And then trim that one. Try not to get too many funky things in front of the camera here. So there I have those two. And I'm going to take this piece, just kind of line that up like so, and push it down so that the front sticks. And again, they're moving, so my shaker card is working. And yeah, it's got some nice little movement there. I don't know if you can hear that shush, shush, shush of the pieces moving back and forth. I think the girls will really like these cards and have fun playing with them. Now, I went ahead with the banner Pick-a-Punch. Let me see if I can move that where it's not getting too much glare. And I did a 1-inch strip of the Coastal Cabana cardstock, and I did a longer piece than what I needed because it has to slide all the way in there. Kind of check it on the back and punch it. And then I cut it off to fit where I needed it after I punched it. So I'm going to bring this piece in and attach it. It should be fine with the regular Stampin' Seal. Give that a little nudge to get that started. Put that right up against the edge of this side over here. And I want it to be approximately there. There we go. Now we've got that part. And let's see, now I need to do my ribbon. So this suite also comes with the ribbon. It comes in a purple posy, I believe it's Night of Navy, and then a Coastal Cabana, which is a sheer. So for this, I am doing a kind of a faux bow knot, and I have done my ribbon to where it's got a nice little loop here. And I've cut a shorter piece, so I've done like 7 inches on the long one and 2.5 inches on the shorter one. And I've gone ahead and angled that piece. And then I'm going to just tighten these other pieces around that piece. Let's hope this is working like I want it to. Well, it's looking pretty good. I think I want to move that down just a tad. So I'm going to loosen this up just a little bit, which is really hard because all my nails are really short right now. I'm going to move that down just a little bit. So you just play with that ribbon until you get it kind of the way you want it. Okay, that's going to be better. And then I'm going to attach that with some Stampin' Seal on the back. So let's see, where do I need that one? I need it right about, I need to shift this just a little bit that way. All right, sometimes you just have to play with it until you get it exactly the way you want it. Turn it over and do some Seal Plus right about there and right about there. Come in and attach that. And then attach it on the other side. I think I got it a little bit too tight. Let's loosen that up just a little bit so that it's not bending. And sometimes when you do it on camera, it just doesn't want to cooperate exactly the way you want it. Yeah, this bent a little bit, so we're going to fix that. There we go. That's not so tight, and that is going to be much better. There we go. So now I'm ready to bring in my card base, which is a regular card base. And I use, again, I think I'll use a little bit more of that Seal Plus right in the middle and kind of do some little rabbit ears for this to get it started, and then I'll finish pulling it once I get it in place. I learned that trick from another demonstrator. I think it was somebody here on the Global Sharefair group. There we go. Now I'm going to pull those little rabbit ears. So it just works so slick to do it that way. All right. This is coming along very nicely. So I wanted to have my numbers for the 3rd birthday to be dimensional. So we have the foam sheets. So I used the foam strips. Now I'm using the foam sheets. So I just took a small piece of the Designer Series paper, the size I wanted, and peeled back the top layer, attached the designer paper piece onto it, and trimmed that out, and then I ran that through the embossing machine so you can see this nice little foam. So put the paper on your foam sheet first and then run it through the embossing machine is my tip. So I've got my little 3, peel the paper off the back side, put that right here on the edge, and then I have my R and my D for the 3rd birthday. So I really think the girls are going to like these when they get them on Saturday for they're having a little family party for them. And of course my son and daughter-in-law live 10 hours away from me, so we do a lot of video chatting with the girls. But since one of them is turning 1, it's an extra special birthday, and so we wanted to be there to help celebrate for that. All right, so now the inside, I have gone ahead and set up my Stamparatus. I went ahead and stamped it, but I'm going to show you I had my Stamparatus set up to do the Cue the Confetti. But then I have to move these samples out of the way for a minute. For the strip down here, I put it in the Stamparatus like so, and I've got it where I stamped the 1, and then I used hinge step. So then I came down 2 and stamped it again, 2 more, and stamped it the last time. So that is, I love the hinge step for some of these techniques like this. All right, so I got this all set up. I took one of the kind of confetti-ish images from this stamp set, and I stamped that. I stamped the Cue the Confetti. I put some little pencil marks so I could line up the my Adeline that I die cut. And this is for the 3-year-old. Her name is Adeline. The 1-year-old is Isabella. So I used sticker paper for that, and I'll show you. I went ahead again, I cut the strip and attached the sticker paper to the back of the cardstock, and then I ran it through the die cut machine. So I've got them all on there except this wonderful little A that I'm going to stick right here in the middle so that you could see how I did that. Now it's time to attach this to the inside of my card using my Stampin' Seal. Again, I love my Stampin' Seal. It's quick and easy and not messy. I'm going to put that right in this card. I will come back later and erase those little light pencil marks that you may or may not be able to see that I've got on the bottom and on the sides. Well, there we are. I have 2 birthday cards for 2 very special girls that are turning 1 and 3 on Friday and Saturday of this week. And so let's see. Anyway, be sure to talk to the demonstrator that invited you to this group to place any orders. With a minimum order, we have our show special, which is 3 sheets of Designer Series paper. They will most likely be cut so that you can use them right away on cards, depending on how your demonstrator can do that for you. And I am looking forward to all of your comments on my presentation, and I will be live with you the next time we do this. Talk to you soon. Bye.